Now that we have our clients and our services set up, let's set up a route. Click on Routes in the main menu on the right side. Click New Route from the left side. Type in the name that you want to create for the route. Choose a route type from the drop-down menu. These options are created from your configuration settings. We can choose to leave it active, which means that it will show up on the app right away and everybody has access to it. Or we can hit the toggle button to change it to a non-active route while we're working on it. Then hit Save. We could immediately start adding addresses by clicking on Add Services, scrolling to the bottom, and hitting Save. Notice on the top, it tells you the total number of addresses on the list, the driving distance, the total drive time, and the total lot size. The total lot size is based on what you enter into the client file. So if you haven't entered a lot size into a client file, then it will not be included here. I will touch on this again in a moment. You can also restrict who has access to a route. When you click on the pencil icon in the Access Restricted box, it will bring you to another screen. Hit the toggle button and an additional screen will open. Click on Worker or Supervisor and a drop-down menu will appear. When you hit this drop-down menu, it will show you a list of the workers and supervisors that you have within your database. Select an employee and they will be added to the list. Managers and office workers have access to all of the routes. Because the route is not active, we'll leave this unrestricted for now. Once we are in a route, we can hit Edit to add addresses. You can also change the name of the route here, the route type, and the route status. When you hit Add Services, all active services will come up. You can search by a specific address or filter by service type, zone, and/or whether the address is on a route or not on a route. Filtering by zones can be very helpful to route clusters of clients. Your zones are set up in your configuration settings. If you click on the top box, it will select all of the addresses that are listed. If you only want to add specific addresses, you can do that by checking the box in the same line of the address that you want to add. You'll notice that it tells you at the top the amount of items that have been selected from the list. Once you have selected the addresses, hit Add Services. You can continue to add services as you need by following these steps. When you are finished adding all the addresses that you want for that route, scroll to the bottom and hit Save. You can still make adjustments or add other addresses by clicking on Edit. You'll want to optimize the route by clicking on the Optimize button. If you want to manually change the order of some of the addresses, you can click and hold this icon to drag it where you want it to be, or you can click on a number and a screen will pop up for you to enter in the number where you want the address to appear. Once you have completed, hit Save. Here's a tip. If you create a route, add services, and then go into restrict access before you hit save, you will lose the work you just did. Be sure to always save before going to another screen. If we go back to our route list, we'll see that the route we just created is not showing because what we're looking at is only active routes. If we hit the toggle button here, we'll see the list of inactive routes. When we want to activate it, we'll click on the route, hit Edit, and change the route status to active. Go to the bottom and hit Save. Now, if we go back to our route list, we'll see that it's listed in the active list. Let's go back to our note about lot size. As mentioned, the total lot size is based on what you enter into the client file. So if you haven't entered a lot size into a client file, then it will not be included here. You can see each address on the list shows the lot size that was entered. If nothing was entered, then nothing will show. If you click on the address while not in editing mode, then it will bring you to that service from the client file. From here, you can click on the client name on the top, hit Edit, and update the lot size in the client file. This will automatically update in a route, and you've just created your first route. Check out the video using a route within the app.